Welcome to the shop where I just picked up the Inner Demon Motorsports lap belt bezel and mount kit. Now this kit comes with instructions. It shows you how to orientate the mounts for your harnesses. Basically you've got a right hand side and a left hand side. So I mean these are different. They're different directions there, as you can see. Then the bezel, what this does is it blocks that hole when your lap belt comes through it, when your harnesses come through it. That way less dust and water or heat can come up through there. Plus they look cool. But anyway, let me show you in the razor, give you a little better idea. I don't know if you can tell or not, but when these harnesses come out, they're rubbing on both sides here. They're doing that because they're twisted. They're not coming out straight. The way the harness tabs work, you've got to mount your harness like this right here. So when it comes out of that hole, it's crossed, so it twists. Well, the Inner Demon mounts are going to orientate this lap belt so it comes out square with a hole. That way it comes out right. They make tools to get these push pins out so you don't damage them. But now, if you own a razor, if you ain't got a bunch of these for spares, you need to get some. With the 5 push pins installed, you're going to find that you've got 2 of these Torx bolts that need to be removed. Now, with all 5 push pins and the 2 Torx bolts removed, the console should just lift out. Now, for looking at the diagram on this paper, I see that this is the driver's side bracket, this is the passenger side bracket. These little notches need to be facing each other when they're mounted on the back. They're mounted on the razor. I'm going to go ahead and install my driver's side loosely in place. Then I can go ahead put my passenger side, and notice how I run the bolt through. These brackets go on the inside of these tabs, and these tabs help hold the bracket straight. Because if you mount these on the outside of the tabs, then it may let these wiggle to the side back and forth a little. Now with both of the lower bolts tight, we can go ahead and install our lap belts. And before tightening those up, before installing those, you want to make sure that this bolt is turned with the nut toward the inside. Because if you try to, if you install it, this bolt won't go in and out on that direction. So if this bolt is already in this fashion, then you won't be able to get the bolt out once you tighten it down. And your harness is going to go on the bevel side. It's going to go on the nut side of the bolt. Now these bolts are a 16 millimeter bolt, and they take a 19 millimeter for the nut. Now I'm going to go ahead and orientate my harnesses up when I tighten them down. Now with those good and tight, we can go to work on the console. Now these look like they're made to fit, and if you set them down here, the bolts will actually go in like that right there. But to get this backing plate to fit just a little bit better, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to open these corners up just a hair to let them bolts mount up just a little bit easier. Now as you can see, I done very little to that, and I just done that, like I say, to square them holes off where they're rounded right here. I just kind of flattened them out. Now that fits on there real good like that. Now we can take our backing plate, and it should slide over all 4 bolts pretty easy. And once it slides over a couple, you might want to go ahead and slide your nut on. Then with all 4 bolts and nuts loosely installed, kind of wiggle it just a little, make sure it feels centered. Then we can just tighten them down. Now with them 4 cinched down, you can see that looks a whole lot better than that, and that's going to let a lot less heat and, like I say, heat and dust come through. Now this one over here, I'm going to go ahead and just square off the corners just like I did the other side. Alright, that's all there is to installing those, and we're ready to go ahead and put the console back in the razor. Now the first thing you're going to do, take your harnesses and feed them through these rubber seals. And with both of those fed through, you can kind of hold those up and slide the console down into place. Then I'm going to go ahead and get my shifter boot back how it needs to be. With that in place, we can go ahead and install our 5 little push pins. Now I install the push pins first because that's what lines it up. Then I'll install the star bolts last. Now with that done, we can go ahead and put the seats and the harnesses back together, and we're ready to go do a little riding.